Then you just have a look at the data. It's all about subjects. Now what will you try to find out first? How many different subjects name are there in the data? So this is your raw data. Now you are going to arrange it systematically. First, what will you do? You will find out the different names of the subject. So you will come to know different subjects name and how many subjects are there in the list. Then what will you do? It's not an easy task actually to find out which subject is liked or favorite for the students the most. Then what will you do is you will just make a table like this. Think main subjects, all the 4 different subjects you have sorted out and list it out, write it down. Then comes tally marks. Tally marks means you will see how many times this particular subject is coming. If I turn the page, here art 1 time, 2 time, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you can see here how it is marked 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th stroke will be diagonally, then 6 and 7. How will you mark it? As many times the subject is repeated, that many strokes will be there, but it will be a group of 5. Tally marks should be a group of 5. It comes in group of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 के बाद ऐसे diagonally line you will take the 5th one, फिर 6 and 7. अब चलते हैं मैथ्स में. Let's go for maths. Maths you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it so? Let's check. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then science 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So group of 5 and 1 single line. Like that for English also you will do. And so now you count and write 5 plus 2, 7, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 4. Number of students. Number of students, in place of number of students you can write frequency also. This is known as frequency of that particular subject. How many students like? So from this frequency you can tell which subject is liked the most. Art. Art is liked the most. The number of tallies before each subject gives the number of students who like that particular subject, and this is known as frequency of that subject. Frequency gives the number of times that a particular entry occurs. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of times that a particular entry occurs, and that's the reason why we call it a frequency table. This is the table which is called frequency table. The raw data can be organized or managed systematically by a frequency table. Now we will talk about grouping data. Why grouping is required? When we are dealing with a large data, for example, consider the following marks out of 50 obtained in mathematics by 60 students. 60 students, data of 60 students is going to be a large number. In that case, if we make a frequency distribution table for each observation, then table would be too long. And so for conveniency, we make groups of observation of say class 0 to 10, then 10 to 20 and so on. till the maximum marks, and marks obtained, we have grouped till 60 students, so we'll go for till 60. Okay, 0 to 10, group of 10 we are going to make, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, like this. Your frequency distribution table is going to be 50 to 60. Now tally marks. What we are going to see, we are going to check the marks which you have collected of 60 students. Before the tally marks, I would like to tell, when you are classifying the data, when you are grouping your data, in that case, in this continuous groups, you can see in the upper class, upper boundary point 10 is not included in this. It is, you have to write data 0 till 9. 10 is not included in this class, but 10 will be included here, but 20 is not included in this group. 20 is included in this group of 20 to 30. So the upper boundary point is not included in all the groups. So when we check the data, when it comes to 10, then 10 is not included in the first group. So we have to go for marks smaller than or lesser than 10. So the first one to come under it will be, yet we haven't got, here it is 7. So we put one tally mark over here. Then let's move forward. Let's see whether we can have one more less than 10 marks. No, no, yes, we have 5. Okay, so very careful we have to be. So that's how we got 2, and right here frequency 2. Similarly, go for the group from 10 to 19 where 20 is not included. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So one group of 5 we have already got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more I have missed, 10. So 10. While taking the tally marks, you have to be very careful. You have to go through each and every data. Though preparing a frequency distribution table is very easy, but you have to be careful while you tally the data or information given in it. And then you count, write the numbers over here as per the tally marks, and then when you add up, that should be equal to the total frequency given for the given information. Here it's information about 60 students, so I should get 60 at the end. When I add up total frequency, I should get 60. If I don't get 60, that means somewhere I have made some mistake, and then you have to again check the tally marks, tally the tally marks with the information given to you, reading given to you.